Have you ever noticed how some players just radiate confidence? Like no matter what deck you play against them, they already know how the match will end. They're calm, they're precise, and somehow, even when they're losing, you feel like they're in control. That's not luck. That's not better cards. That's mindset, the real hidden stat that determines who rises and who breaks. Today, I'm going to teach you how to play like you've already won, before the first card is even placed. The difference between players and performers. You see, most Clash Royale players play, but the best ones perform. Playing means reacting. Performing means executing a plan. It's the same game, but two completely different mentalities. When you're performing, you're not surprised by anything your opponent does. Because you've already visualized it. You've already accepted that mistakes will happen, and you've already decided to stay calm when they do. Think about it. How often do you lose a game not because of bad plays, but because of panic? You overdefend, overspend, or misdrop because your mind froze. Performance players don't panic. They pause, assess, and adapt. That's the difference between a player and a pro. The art of mental momentum. In Clash Royale, momentum is everything, not just in the match, but in your mind. Win streaks feel easy because your brain is relaxed. Your fingers move naturally. You're in rhythm. But when you start losing, that rhythm disappears. Suddenly, every decision feels heavy. Here's the truth. Momentum isn't luck. It's self-control. Every time you tilt, you give your opponent free trophies. Every time you breathe, refocus, and reset, you take them back. So the next time you lose, don't hit play again immediately. Take 30 seconds, stretch your hands. Remind yourself, this next match is a new story. That one pause can save you from a 5-game losing streak. Control your emotions and you control your climb. The silent skill, pattern recognition. Pros don't just react faster, they see patterns you don't. They know when you have no air defense. They know you're cycle 3 moves ahead. It looks like prediction, but it's observation. Start noticing habits. Does your opponent always defend left with a Valkyrie? Does he always pressure right after you use a spell? Write it in your mind. Those small details win games. Clash Royale is a game of patterns. If you learn to read them before they happen, you're no longer guessing. You're guiding the match. You're not playing cards, you're playing humans. Elixir management, the unspoken language of control. Every top player has one invisible advantage. They feel elixir, even without counting it. They sense when their opponent is broke, when they're stacked, and when they can punish. But here's the key. That skill only comes when you stop spamming. Start playing slower. Let the game breathe. Don't just drop cards because you're full, drop them because they matter. Every wasted elixir is a lost opportunity. And every smart trade, even a +1, builds momentum you can cash in later. If you want to feel in control, you need to respect your elixir like it's gold. Because it is. Building the champion mindset. I want you to think about this. Champions don't think in trophies. They think in growth. They don't say, I want to reach 7K. They say, I want to master my deck. Because when you master your deck, trophies follow automatically. So here's a mindset shift you can make today. Stop chasing wins. Start chasing understanding. After every match, ask, what worked? What didn't? What did I learn about my deck? The player who learns faster always passes the one who wins faster. That's how real progress works, not in streaks, but in lessons. Smart deck evolution. Adapt, don't abandon. Let's talk decks. Because here's what too many people do wrong. They treat decks like fast food. One day Hog Cycle, next day Golem, next day E-Giant. But listen, decks are like instruments. You don't switch guitars every time a song gets hard. You practice. That doesn't mean you should never change decks. It means you should evolve your current one. Maybe you swap one card to cover a weakness. Maybe you add a second win condition for flexibility. You evolve. You don't restart. Every game teaches you what your deck lacks. Your job isn't to find a new deck. It's to fix the one you love. That's how pros think. That's how they build muscle memory so deep that even in chaos, they play flawlessly. Know your enemy, the power of anticipation. Every great player has a sixth sense. They know what's coming before it happens. You can develop that too. Here's how. Every time you face a new deck, mentally note the win condition and main counter. Then build your game plan around that. Facing Royal Giant, save your defense structure. Facing Minor Poison, protect your back line. Facing X-Bell, stay in control of tempo. It's not about reacting faster. It's about knowing sooner. That's how you make every match feel easier. Not because your cards are stronger, but because your preparation is. The science of calm. Want to know the strongest weapon in Clash Royale? Calmness. The calm player always wins the chaotic match. Because when everyone else is panicking, you're thinking clearly. Here's what pros do differently. They breathe before every push. They don't spam emotes. They don't rush their drops. They don't tilt. They treat every match like a puzzle, not a fight. When you play calm, you see opportunities others miss. When you play angry, you make mistakes you never notice. So make calmness part of your gameplay routine. Before each battle, take one deep breath. Tell yourself, I'm not here to win fast. I'm here to win smart. That's what makes you dangerous. If you're still watching, you're part of a rare breed, players who actually want to grow. So, let's make a deal. I'll keep giving you the truth about Clash Royale. No gimmicks, no fake promises, just pure strategy and mindset. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button right now and comment below. I'm in. Because once you say it, you're joining a group of players who are rewriting what it means to go free, to play strategically, and to play like pros. And trust me, this journey is here's the part nobody tells you. You don't need to do things. You don't need mastery. You just need consistency, awareness, and self-control. You're closer to greatness. The player you dream of, he's already inside. Every day you play smart, emotional. Every time you learn instead of rage, you're unlocking peace by peace. So keep going. Not for trophies. Not for validation. But because you know it in yourself to see how far you can go. Because someday, someone will face you and they'll say, how is this guy so good? Because you know this won't this will never happen. Wait, before you upgrade that random card in Clash Royale, stop. If you're free to play, wasting gold is the #1 mistake that keeps players stuck in the new ladders forever. Let's talk about how to manage your gold. Here's the thing, every upgrade is more expensive. You try to level up every single card you unlock, you end up stuck with a bunch of underleveled decks, and frustrated when your opponents crush you with level 14 commons. Smart way? Specialize. Pick one deck you actually enjoy playing. It doesn't have to be meta, but it has to be consistent. Usually a deck has one main location, like Hog Rider, Giant, or Giant Great. That's the card you want to use first. Then choose a strong spell, Fire Poison, because high-level spells drop after 2 minutes. And here's a pro trick. Before upgrading any card, check the it's not easy. Another tip is to save gold for gold tricks and special events. Spend more closer to I know it's tempting to just upgrade everything that shines, but gold is the lifeblood of a free-to-play. Spend smart.